Hello everybody, welcome back to Alien Shit on the Ground that I'm going to scan in full definitionization. My name is Igbarash, I'm here with Alice.
We are boldly going today.
Boldly going in turbo lifts where many have gone before.
I think that's the whole point behind having a turbo lift. Like somebody's got it, probably some like tech guy checking the thing, make sure it works.
Chief O'Brien. He's, O'Brien, get over here. Fix the elevator.
What's wrong with this thing? Don't ask me. I don't know anything about this time period.
Well, maybe it's jammed. Take that panel off the wall.
Deck 15.
I won't tell anyone if you don't.
So we are on our way to secure the helium device. And what is, there's a bird outside.
There were lots of birds throughout this entire early clip. I'm not sure what their deal is. They're just like these predatory birds of anger.
Predatory birds of anger. It's Wingle.
You might even call them angry birds.
Oh god. I played Angry Birds for probably about 30 seconds before I was like, it's dumb. I'm bored. I don't know about you.
Well, I played a lot of the really simple canon version of that, you know?
Yeah, when they invented that game like 20 years ago and I played it, yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
So it's kind of neat, you know, trip back down memory lane for me.
Yeah.
I no longer believe that
Yeah, that's true. There was like an old program I used to use in QBasic. It was like one of the things that tried to teach you QBasic back on when I had Windows 3.1 and DOS. And it was like just like that, like a cannon, you know, adjust your shots for the wind and that kind of thing. Although I don't know if there's wind in Angry Birds. Do they have wind? Can you compensate for that? It's probably too complicated.
At some point I'm sure they have something like that.
So? Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they have a Star Wars version where you use force powers when you're flying through the air, so.
Oh, that's cool. I did not
And
know
throw
that.
lightsabers and shit.
That's, oh,
Yeah.
I'll have to look that game up. I did not know that existed. So here we're crawling through Jeffrey's tubes, I guess, and opening.
I guess these are really spacious Jeffrey's tubes.
Oh shit! Dinosaur aliens.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, it makes. Perfect sense. Well, I guess Kirk's gonna die. Game over. Oh, Spock to the rescue, maybe. I guess that's what that was. Let's see what he was doing. Boss fight, unknown. Maybe, I guess I probably should have scanned him. I don't think I did. Holy crap.
Yeah, maybe scanning not such a good idea right now. I don't know. Like suddenly you're playing Turok.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Turok. I borrowed that game from a kid when I went to his birthday party, and I was like, oh, dude, you have Turok, can I borrow this? He's like, oh, I guess so, but make sure you return it. And then I moved to away out of the country, and so now I have Turok. For the N64. That's what happened there. So I think I figured out this boss battle by now. It's just a dive when it's the standard charging bull mechanic of like every video game.
Now for a little calming blue. Hey, where's your blue shirt?
I don't have a blue shirt.
Yeah, the charging bull mechanic's pretty great. I like that he also has like a tossing mechanic. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I think I'm supposed to shoot the power cells when he's holding them in his hands. I think I might do that eventually, but there's a lot of HP. Woo!
This is kind of neat anyway. Like, I do like the sense of motion in the fight. Like, I mean, he moves really quick.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, you can see the graphics in full force here, and it's really kind of cool. And the way the alien, like, kind of blurs when he charges at you. Oh, there, shot the power cell. And you're dead! He fell right on the door for us. How convenient.
super convenient, really. Now you scan him.
Oh, now I scan him. Okay, perfect. 100 XP.
That's only 100 XP.
I know,
that
right?
Seems kind of silly.
Come on.
The same toxin we found
Gorn
in
Brute.
Vulcans, but they do not appear to be infected. They must be the host.
They must be the host. We found the host, aliens.
I like that you try to blow up the power cells. Like,
Yeah.
get some
After the
explosions
fact.
going on here.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
You take the point. Okay, let's go. Get me out of here.
This is so weird. Counter-Strike reference.
Yes.
Gotta love that.
Yeah. Oh, you can't have a game without audio logs. You gotta have audio logs. That's necessary for every modern game, too.
Yeah, just people talking about the things that happen to create backstory.
Well, if you don't have constant sensory stimulus in all 5 senses every 2 seconds, then your average gamer gets bored and puts the controller down. That's what it seems like, kind of. There's no, like, catch your breath moments. I mean, there are, kind of, but it's like they're constantly bombarding you with new things to look at. And, like, a Reactor Core.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because, you know, as sort of old school gamers, I think we're critical of that sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
And I certainly think that, you know, there's
It's
a
not
lot
a bad.
of
I shouldn't be
enjoyment.
saying it's not a bad thing necessarily. I don't think.
There's like a lot of enjoyment that can come from just like a good, well-manufactured game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Full Throttle. We were talking about that earlier. What a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game. Or, you know, Mario or whatever. I mean, there are lots of really good games that aren't very complicated.
Yeah.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, Super Tecmo Bowl, yes! Dude, I used to play that game
Doesn't
for
even resemble
hours.
football, really.
I won.
You know?
I won in like a ton of games by doing fake punt every play. That was my favorite thing to do. Just fake punt every single play. And occasionally I'd mix it up and actually punt the ball, and then go back to fake punts.
Yeah, when they had the version that allowed for, like, you know, player condition, like they could be in excellent, good,
Oh,
average
I
condition.
don't.
whatever.
It's been so long since I played. I just remember choosing fake punt every play. But yeah.
But I think the Redskins had a guy named Christian Okoye.
Oh yeah.
And he was not a great football player, but he was apparently known to break tackles. So
Oh, okay.
in his excellent condition, like, he was untackleable. You had to, like,
Wow.
slide tackle him, and even then, sometimes you would still bounce off the guy, like you were made of rubber.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
you just wait for that guy to be an excellent and change all your run plays to him and just win. Like, no one could tackle you.
Was that? I never played that game against. I'm assuming it was a 2-player game, wasn't it? I don't know. I never.
Yeah, you
played
could
it
play it against people.
I think I only played against a computer, and I knew nothing about football, so that's why I chose fake punt every play.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really need to know anything about football. I mean, it turns out, like, running like as though you're being chased by an alligator across the field is not actually necessary for real football.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah.
But in college, we did a tournament where, because you could assign all of the teams in a season to be player controlled, and you would just pick whatever whatever team you were on, and then you would play your games.
Oh, like on a console? Yeah. We like to set up the PS2 with a baseball game in it that would be just all computers, but then we just let it run, and like you could let it just play out every game for 9 innings, and we'd leave it run for like a few days, and put we'd bet like $5 on teams
who would win,
and we'd like have the season like running on the television for like a week. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. And you could do a draft in the beginning, so the teams weren't really teams. It was just a giant draft pick. Like a fantasy league, but it actually like played out the games on a video monitor. It's cool. It's a nice little feature they put in. I forget. It was MLB 2K17, whatever version was out at the time. I don't know.
The baseball of the future, surprisingly like the baseball of the present.
Those Vulcans just got blasted.
Looks like it's just you and me, Spock.
They sure did.
That seems to be the usual course.
So this has become a gun game now, I guess. It's Gears of War straight up.
Stay alert.
Just without the blood.
Hey, yeah, you're fighting monsters.
Oh, there's the Halo grenades.
Oh, those are really cool looking.
Yeah, except they're just stun grenades.
Yeah, it's really a shame that, you know, this really cool shooter is kind of in a Star Wars universe, or a Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, it just, I mean,
it
I feel
doesn't
like you could
quite
actually do more
fit. Yeah.
without the Star Trek licensing.
Yeah. Although they have tried, and there have been some fantastic flops in there. What, Spock? What are you doing? Get out of the way, Spock! Oh my god. Blow up the power cells.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the problem with a game like this is they get a lot of money to put into it because it's a Star Trek title. But you know,
and I think the movie,
cool stuff
did decently well. I'm sure. So there's probably a lot of, you know, faith in the franchise, in the new franchise, which helped. I don't know how this game is done in sales. It's really new. It came out like a couple weeks ago, like I said. So we'll have to wait and see.
Oh wow. Yeah,
it's like it's a brand new game. But I'm not very far in it yet. Alert!
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it doesn't even resemble Star Trek, really, does it? I mean, like, you're fighting dinosaurs. And...
Sometimes Kirk has some snappy comebacks, so in that respect, that's the only thing I've seen.
Really? But you can't make that jump.
But otherwise, there's dinosaurs. There's a famous Voyager episode with dinosaurs. I don't know if you remember that one, but it is horrendous, and I talk about it all the time because it is ridiculous. The premise is of this Voyager episode that dinosaurs were an intelligent species on Earth, and they developed a space program, saw the meteor coming to wipe them out, and got in a spaceship and flew to another part of the galaxy, to the Delta Quadrant. That is the premise of that fucking episode. That dinosaurs on Earth there was an intelligent strain of them, and they developed a space program. And they're just like, what? What?
To be fair, Voyager, at least they picked the supposedly smartest dinosaur, the dinosaur that had the biggest brain.
The males appear to be subordinate to that female. Perhaps a matriarchy. My conclusion exactly.
But other than that, preposterous.
Steve's here. We're doing a recording right now, but that's okay. I don't care. How was your final,
tens
Steve?
of viewers that are excited.
Finals were good. Continue.
Right. Okay. We're watching Kirk slice up and dice some aliens. Slice and dice. And now co-op door time!
Yeah, extra pry open. I like it.
Look at that pry open and slide in front of Spock's crotch. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that, like, it appears that Spock applied an even amount of force compared to Kirk when, you know, Vulcans are clearly way stronger than humans. Like, I don't understand.
He just could have kicked that door straight down. I mean, it was just glass.
Somebody didn't do their research, I think, is the problem here.
Kevin, we're approaching a puzzle room. This could be problematic for me.
Oh god, it's going to be problematic for you, let's be honest.
Oh, first thing I do is run straight into the electrified water.
StarCraft player is good at clicking fast, not good at figuring things out.
Oh lord. Well, that Vulcan oh, okay, he gets shocked. I see.
Oh, goodness.
That doesn't work.
Going back to that Voyager episode, though, like, I've watched all of Voyager, and I don't really remember
that one
it too well.
Usually people try and block that one out because it's so
horrendous.
horrendous.
I suspect that there are several episodes of Voyager that I've just completely blocked from my mind because they were so bad.
Yeah, the reason they introduced that ridiculous narrative premise is so that they have like an evolution versus religion debate in the dinosaur society, because the dinosaur realized that, hey, we're related to these humans, and that it goes against the dinosaurs' like culturally developed idea of God and his creation. You know, the evolution is blasphemous to that. So they introduce a deeper, meaningful debate, but it comes from this so ridiculous narrative premise that you're just like, I can't even watch Smart Dinosaurs. No.
Yeah, I mean, at the point where you're a person that likes Star Trek and watches Star Trek, and they turn you off, like, they should know that, you know, they're treading on thin ice at that point.
Yeah, this is where the writers were lazy that week. They were busy watching Futurama or something.
Okay, it's $500. You have no choice of carrier. The battery can't hold a charge, and the reception isn't very. Shut up and take my money.
No, that didn't come out till like '99. I don't know when Voyager started.
They were probably watching dinosaurs on Discovery or something.
Remember that old sitcom that was called, I think it was just called Dinosaurs, with the teenage kid who was like rebellious, and the baby, not the baby or something, not the mama.
Right.
Catchphrase.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
You remember that? I watched that show when I was younger, but I'm sure
I
it's
remember being
ridiculous.
both terrifying and interesting at the same time. Like, as a kid, I was afraid of the sort of characters that they made because they looked weird.
Yeah.
And it kind of freaked me out.
Well,
But
it
then
was
at the
people
same
in
time,
like
they were just hanging
animatronic
out.
suits, wasn't it? I think so.
Yeah.
That's why it
I
was
don't
so
know.
frightening. Like the Ninja Turtles movies, like that kind of technology. It's probably like a robotic head with a moving mouth or something.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm afraid of dim lit rooms. So. What did you do that time?
I'm failing at this puzzle so hard. It's a lily pad mechanic, you idiot. Just jump on the lily pads.
Clearly, you need to practice some Frogger.